In this episode, we are talking about the energy of the internet. How does it affect you personally? How does it affect society as a whole? And how do you have good boundaries around it?
Let's talk about what intuition really is.
Let's look at all the places intuition and ego show up in your life.
Let's share honestly.
Let's do the research.
I'm Jamie Hayhurst.
I'm Heather Wood.
This is the Intuitive Girls Guide.
This episode will play uninterrupted after a brief message from our sponsors.
You know what goes great with podcast listening?
A great cup of coffee from a great coffee shop. Restoration Coffee. Can we go?
Ooh, yeah, check them out and visit restoration-coffee.com. Hey, Jay.
Hey.
We have kind of a weird topic today.
It is a little weird.
I know, but I can't stop thinking about this.
Okay, well then that's enough.
So I think that means we're supposed to talk about it.
Probably generally, yes, that's what that means.
If there's something I want to talk about, I want to talk about it with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, well, we also have a podcast. We can invite the class to the conversation.
Absolutely.
Your hair is so wavy today. It looks very nice.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got like a really nice wave on the side there.
I just let it like air dry after a shower.
Oh, shut your face about that. She's always like, her hair looks perfect. And she's like, oh, I did nothing.
I have ADHD. I don't have an executive functioning issues. I don't have a lot of time or energy.
Exactly. That works so well.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, anyways. So we're going to talk about the energy of the internet.
It is weird. It does sound weird when you say that.
It is weird. And this will be trippy.
Well, the people want more of the woo-woo, I think.
Yeah, and they'll get that, but they'll also get like a lot of political statements out of our mouths.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a real trippy element, but in our style. Like, we aren't trying to convert you to our cult or anything.
No.
I do. You do need to maybe put your tinfoil hat on for this episode. But maybe it's just like a little tinfoil cap, like a small one.
like one of those like the visor. Like your hair can still come over the top.
Perfect. Okay. So the reason that I want to talk about this is that I have this feeling that something's coming that has to do with the internet. Okay. Now, we talked in our astrology episode about how there's like an AI thing that's going to happen.
This sounds familiar, yeah.
Like I think it was April, if I remember correctly. So coming up.
Yeah. And since we recorded that, I've seen that on other astrologers' pages too, saying things like that. Yeah.
Yes, I see many things of like something's going to happen AI related.
Yeah.
So I think there's an influence of that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this sort of collective shift about people's attitude about the internet.
God, I hope so.
Okay. And it's subtle, and it's like something that I'm curious if other intuitive people who have like sort of my flavor of intuition, where like little minor shifts in energy of things like the internet or like some collective issue feel really strong to us.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like where like someone's going to leave, or like I just recently left doing something and you knew before I
did.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like that, mine is sort of like, ooh, there's some kind of cosmic shift that just happened.
Yes.
That I'm very sensitive to. And I think kind of ends up making people like you and I kind of like chronically ahead of our time with the stuff we're saying, because we feel the shift before the shift is like other people are aware.
Yeah, we sound like weirdos.
The tinfoil visors.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So I am feeling a shift on this. I actually just had a discussion with my husband about it, and he was like, yeah, like he was feeling it in a personal way, not like as a collective. So I'm not trying to talk in codes. I'm going to tell you what it is. But I thought it would be interesting to discuss the energy of the internet, because I don't think many people think of the internet as like an entity.
Exactly.
And it is an entity.
Yes, because everyone is on it. So it has all of that energy.
It is a collective.
Right, exactly.
It has an energy. It isn't like, I don't think that the internet's a demon.
Oh, no.
Don't hear it that way.
No. We don't do that.
No. No.
Not around here.
I don't think it's like a dark lord trying to take over our world, or like Vecna or something. I don't
No.
think any of those things. However, what I believe, and I know I'll speak for you too, how we see like an entity or an energy of something is the internet is a perfect example of it. It's this thing that has this influence over the world, and it has its own energy. And though it's not like a living, breathing thing, it's a force.
Right. Yep.
So the reason that I started down this rabbit hole is because I felt the shift, and then I thought like, oh, this entity in the world is having this shift. But then when you go to talk about that, aside from you, I'm not going to say that to people that way.
Correct. Yes.
Because there's a much larger discussion around what that means and what that looks like. So I thought that that's what we could have.
Okay.
So the first thing that I want to mention about the entity that is the internet, the demon of the internet, is if you were to pick a word that would sort of represent the energy of what it feels like to be involved in anything to do with the internet. Like, do you have a word you would pick? I'll tell you mine. This isn't a quiz, but like... I
was going to say, I didn't get much prep on this.
You got zero prep. I'll tell you my word, and then you can say if you agree or disagree, if you want to add any other words. Mm-hmm. But the word I would pick is consuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean just to your own brain. I do.
Right.
But I just mean to the world.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's good.
If the internet collapsed tonight...
we're all in big trouble.
Society would also collapse.
Correct.
And when you have something like that, that we know for a fact is not being adequately protected, it's not being adequately boundaried or like...
Yeah, like managed.
Yeah. Like...
Safeguarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like a horror film in the making.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think the internet is all bad. We're going to talk about the good of the internet. But I don't think we need to keep thinking of it as just like a piece of technology that we live with.
Correct.
I think we need to think of it as an entity that is having an effect on all of us in a really impactful way.
And also it's also an energy that can be affected by other people, like by other groups. Like, the internet is used against us. Yeah. Like as a society, or, through capitalism. The internet, it has great benefits and makes things a lot easier in some ways. Yeah. But the internet has also been like weaponized against us through advertising and like work-life balance. Like, there's a million ways where the internet has been used and weaponized against us, against like the collective like citizens.
100%. You are being manipulated by the internet every time you go on it.
Right.
So it has that. And, there's also the element of like, if I said to you, hey, for your health and well-being, you need to take a week off of the internet. That would be hard for you to do, not just because you would be like, oh, I miss it. But like, how would you operate in this world? How would you do your job? How would you be in communication with your family? And you're like, do you know what I mean? Like it is so important, and it is so unregulated.
Correct.
That there's something going on, is my point.
Right.
There's something happening. I believe that there's a big connection to it from the crumbling of patriarchy, because I don't believe the internet itself is patriarchal. But I believe that it operates within a patriarchal system and has become a machine for the patriarchy.
It's been used by them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to talk about what to do about that, because the answer is not, let's all stop using the internet. No. That doesn't make sense. But the answer, Jamie, believe it or not, is boundaries.
Yeah. And balance, I'm sure you're going to say.
Exactly. And before we dive deeper, I just want to say there are really wonderful parts of the internet. To me, the best part of the internet is being connected to people in the way that we are. It builds community. I can connect with a listener on the internet.
Yeah, I did. I have.
Oh, you got to tell the story.
Yes. So, I was originally connected to her through, I don't know if she wants me to name her, but I'll say it's Melissa.
Okay.
But I won't like tag anybody.
When you hear the story, if you end up wanting her information, send us a message and we'll pass it to her.
If she wants that.
Though I'm saying she can have your info.
Yes.
She wants to reach out
exactly.
to you. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, no, so
she's a listener.
She's a long-time listener.
Yes.
And we've mentioned her before. She's our scientist listener.
She's one of them. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, who wrote to us about like whatever. She's been a long-time listener.
Like when you say her name, I can picture her like little profile.
Her profile picture.
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
I can see it.
Yes, same. Yeah. And then she ended up through the podcast. She ended up taking Reiki classes with me, and she's wonderful, super cool. And so she DM'd me through the internet this week.
Yeah,
and said, "Hey, I just listened to this week's episode, which is this week's episode is our." Freya, our second Freya episode where we were talking about cats.
And you said...
And I said, like, hey, are there any animal communicators out there? Like, let me know. I want to talk to my cat. And she was like, hey, girl.
I do that.
And I didn't know. Like,
yeah.
Since our Reiki classes, she's like gone on and like done more work and taken further classes. And so she did a reading and it was so good. Oh my God.
She killed it.
She crushed it. I told her that. She did such a good job. Like,
yeah,
she's so good.
And I'll just say, like, you wouldn't necessarily say someone did bad on the podcast, but you would have just not mentioned it if she didn't actually do really well.
Correct.
Like, you were impressed.
I was. Yeah. No, I was very impressed.
I just want to make that point. Like, we're not just like,
no.
No. That's not how we roll.
No, she did great. But like, without the internet, there wouldn't be this podcast for her to hear about us, and then we wouldn't have been able to communicate with her, and like the whole thing.
Be on the radio or something.
No,
right? I don't
know. So like, so thanks to the internet for that.
Yeah, I do feel as though there are little communities within the internet that I am a part of that I really do enjoy.
Right.
I feel that it has that. I feel like I can see some news that like American news won't report.
100%.
And I think that's important.
Yes.
So
there's like people, there are listeners on here who like, I know their children, like through the internet, like through Instagram, like.
Yes.
And I've never met them before. And like, I know that sounds weird to say it, but like, it's like a whole generation of us have grown up like knowing each other's like internet kids. Like,
yes, I've watched your family grow up.
Right.
As the years have gone by.
Right. It's lovely.
It is lovely. That is a really beautiful element to it. Just the fact that we can have a podcast that like people in other countries can listen to, and like that our reach goes that far. Like that is phenomenal. In a way, it brings the world closer together in that way. It is information at your fingertips. Like there are really wonderful things. This is not an episode slamming the internet entirely.
No.
But it is like a cautionary, let's do a few things to keep ourselves safe because there's this entity that has probably complete access to you.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the first question I want you to ask yourself, and this is not the kind of question that you'll probably come up with.
What's the internet saying now as we're talking about it?
Oh, you think it's getting
like my phone? My phone's like, I can hear you. I can hear you.
We're
talking about me.
Ads for like get these like
data privacy
things, or like those things you can put on to protect the waves from hitting you.
Oh yes,
yeah, we're gonna get all kinds of things. Yeah, I am 100% sure that the FBI has been keeping an eye on me for quite some time.
Probably you, yeah,
due to my internet research for the podcast.
Absolutely, yeah. Your algorithm is off the charts.
It's wild. Yeah. And I'm always just like, oh, I hope my little spy is entertained by this thing I'm looking
What's she up to now?
Yeah, like, oh, she's researching the demons on the internet now.
Freya and her cat chariot.
Yeah, right. I hope you're learning something. But the question I want you to ask yourself to start is, what is the internet pouring into you, and what is it like draining from you? So what is it giving you, and what does that look like, and what is it taking from you? How's it draining the battery, and how's it charging it?
Right.
And again, that's not a question that you're going to like immediately know the answer to.
Well, you might not like the answer either.
Well, that was going to be the next thing I was going to say. The answer is going to be a little tough. because you're going to notice that the column of drain
Right.
is a lot bigger than the column of
Yes.
charge you up.
Yes. Definitely. But there's also a cost too sometimes, like like the internet. I mean, it drains me in a lot of ways, but like probably one of the biggest ways that the internet drains me is through the news that I consume about the world. So but that's actually a good thing. Like I would prefer to be informed and exhausted.
Yes, because
you know what I mean, and manage my own boundaries around it, than not have access to that.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to spoiler alert the whole theme of the rest of this episode right now, because you're bringing it right up to the surface. The answer to all of it is that there is good and there is bad, and it is all the time. And that what you have to do is manage the privilege that you have to be able to tune out of the hard things. Right. With the need to have knowledge and pay attention. You can't completely turn away. Not the right thing to do. Right. But you can't let it consume you, because then you're no good to anybody either. Like this is why we're always yelling at you to do the work with intuition, that is to know yourself. Right. Because you have to manage yourself in these spaces. No one is doing it for you. In fact, there are businesses that make billions of dollars that are trying to make it so you consume too much, that you're not consuming the right things, and take advantage of you.
Yeah, they want zero boundaries around that.
Yeah. And they'll tell you need it, and and it'll work because they're fucking good at it. Man. Like that. That is the answer. The answer is not turn away, and the answer is not be drown in it. The answer is learn. That's why I'm saying know what it gives you and what it takes away. Learn what that feels like in your body. Learn when you've gone too far. Learn when you've not gone far enough. You have to feel that in yourself, or you cannot survive being around an entity like that.
Right, exactly.
I mean, is it too trippy that I keep saying entity? But I just think
it sounds a little weird.
I don't know what other word to use. Force?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I think sort of like anthropomorphizing. When you give an inanimate object human characteristics, it's going to sound weird.
I think
no matter what you say, you know what I mean?
And it's like what we always say when we're talking about gods and goddesses. No one was imagining that Freya was going to arrive on her cat chariot and land in your backyard as you were channeling her energy. People were not thinking that. Right. They were going, what does she represent energetically, and how can I align with that? Right. And so different things, it's you see random things over time, gods and goddesses gain, all of a sudden this is the goddess of agriculture. But she wasn't, because before that there was no agriculture. But then she became that because it aligned with the other things that she represented. So the thing is that the internet is a force that is affecting your life all the time.
Right, exactly.
And there are other ones too besides the internet. It's not just that, you know what I mean? But this, if we don't think of it that way, you're not going to create the right kind of boundaries.
Agreed.
So I'm not saying it to be wildly trippy or to look like one of those, big skirt wearing
jangly
bracelet people. That's not my thing.
No.
But I do need you to think of it that way to keep yourself safe.
Right. I agree.
Okay. So I guess you'll just have to deal with me saying that for right now.
Yeah.
Change the word
be
if
all
you
right.
need.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, good and bad, not completely either. Patriarchy wants you to believe that things are either wholly good or wholly bad.
Correct.
And that the middle is just all bad unless you're fully good.
Correct.
And by that, they mean compliant and obedient and
submissive, subservient.
Correct. But in matriarchy, in anything outside of patriarchy, that was never true. There were no purely good gods and goddesses, no purely bad, evil. No, there was just well-intended and ill-intended, and the same person had good intentions sometimes and bad intentions other times. Right. And the same is true for the internet. We can't keep polarizing things in this way.
Can I say one thing, a little off topic, just super quickly? Yeah. I will say that I have noticed, and granted, obviously, my algorithm is different than your average person's.
Sure.
But even for my algorithm and like the content I'm receiving on social media, I'm seeing so much more references, like so many more references and more people actually talking about matriarchy.
Really?
And like more sort of like quote unquote like normal regular people.
Oh yeah.
Like resharing things that talk about like matriarchy now. And I'm like, it's shifting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
I feel like for a very long time people would hear matriarchy and they would just think like crazy feminist, right. Bra burning, whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. And I do think that's shifting. That's exciting.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a good sign. No, I think that's important.
Yeah.
But in that matriarchy, if you adopt that mindset, you need to instead look at intention.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And you can't just go like, well, the internet's intention as a whole. Because that's not the internet. The internet is a collective, right? So like, what is this thing that I'm consuming's intention? Like I'm going to use TikTok for an example because I consume probably too much time on TikTok for myself. Right. Okay. So TikTok's intention is to keep me on their app. And they do that expertly. Their algorithm skills, I mean, honestly, with whoever bought it, it's lessened, but like,
yes,
it is good at it. If I'm just like sitting somewhere and I'm bored and I have 2 minutes, I'm probably going to open it and scroll. Like it's hooked in, and so its intention is for me to stay.
Yep.
So if I am very aware of that when I go onto it, I know I have to do an extra good job knowing when I need to stop.
Get off, right?
Because this is going to keep me here.
It will, yes.
Yeah. So that's what I mean for intention. Now, when I go on, is every person who's making a TikTok trying to get me to stay on the app forever? No.
No. It's not the individual content creators that are doing that.
Correct.
Right.
But you can also go like, what is this person's intention? Is it to connect with me? I'm probably interested. Is it to trick me or sell me something or be outrageous or like, then I'm less interested.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's that constant discernment that you need to be doing. And if you're having trouble doing it, it's just a time to walk away.
Yeah. And that discernment is also tiring. It takes energy to do that.
It sure does, Jamie.
You know?
And like a kind of mental energy that I don't notice myself having to use other places.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, oh, I've got to manage.
Yeah, because you're inundated,
taking over my brain.
Right. Yeah.
So.
You're doing it like every 20 seconds, every 30 seconds. Like you're reassessing every TikTok that comes your way or every reel that comes your way.
Exactly right. Okay. And then the lines of what the internet, like its effect on you at the moment is having, and I don't just mean social media. I definitely mean social media, but I mean all. The ability to be connected and the expectation of answering right away.
Yeah, your inbox.
All of these things. The line is blurry of what it's doing. And the example that I have is that the internet is so stimulating, but it is also so overstimulating.
Correct.
And the switch from being stimulated to being overstimulated happens, and then you notice it.
Right, exactly.
So it's like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to kind of know that both of those things are part of what you're getting. Like, I'm going to go on this and I'm going to be stimulated by it, but I'm also going to be overstimulated by it.
Right.
So I need to be aware of that. Okay. So the thing that I want you to think of the internet like, because what I would say energetically it matches the closest to, this is trippy, Jamie. Are you ready? Put your tinfoil visor on. Is Fae energy.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. It does sound trippy, but I get it.
I know.
I get it.
We have an episode on the Fae. We mention them a lot. But we have a whole episode that if you haven't listened, I would suggest you listen to.
Yeah, we also have very, like, different opinions about the Fae than other people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if you don't know what we're referencing, like, if you're in your head, your idea of the Fae might be very different. It might not track. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're thinking of the Fae like, oh, I love it. I have like
Tinkerbell
a fairy wall in my home. I'm going to tell you right now, Jamie and I do not have any fairy walls. We do not have any fairy memorabilia anywhere in our homes.
Mm-mm.
In fact, if we go to your home and we see some, we're probably going to tell you to get rid of it.
Yes.
Or put it outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love fae.
Mm.
But
we talk
I
about boundaries. Like, you
respect
need boundaries,
and fear,
right?
and that is not, I don't mess with that shit.
No, I don't either.
Absolutely not. That they aren't friendly little Tinkerbell-esque.
Mm-mm.
I mean, actually, Tinkerbell is not really that friendly, to be honest with you. But
No,
you know what I mean?
right, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're not wearing flower crowns. They
Mm-mm.
are scary.
Mm.
See your episode.
Yeah.
Okay. But cool.
Yeah.
And awesome. And not going anywhere. They're a part of the earth, too.
Correct. Right.
So the same kind of boundaries I would have with fae, which are like, I would be careful giving them my name.
Mm.
I would never invite them into my house. You don't even say thank you. Like, they are tricksters.
Mm-hmm.
Think more like Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you should be with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
As if this is fae energy.
Yeah. At arm's length. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is not here to just serve me.
Mm.
This
Right,
is not,
exactly.
This is not Archangel Michael coming in and shining his beautiful light on you, dear.
Right. Yeah.
This is something out to trick you.
Yeah.
So be ready.
Good point.
Okay. So here's the next question. What kind of boundaries do you have for the internet? Now, the answers that are going to come into your head are like the big ones. Like, I would never watch something that was exploiting children, or I don't support these websites because of who they support, or I newly am like, I'm not going anywhere near AI. Like, if it's there, I'm not using it. Before I was like, let me see what this is, very regulated. And then I was like, absolutely fucking not, full stop, never doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know you have those.
Right.
Or you should.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Right.
But there are a lot more that you probably haven't really thought out for yourself that I would encourage you to do.
Right.
So I have this thing that happens in my brain. I'm going to try to explain it, and maybe it's common and maybe it's just me. But when I've been scrolling for more than like, I'll say somewhere around 10 minutes, something happens where I go into this almost like hypnotic mode where I start scrolling really fast. Someone says 2 words and I scroll. Like,
oh, really?
You got to get my attention fast, and I'm like not super focused.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And I'm just like madly consuming, and I'm not listening to what it is. I'm not interested anymore. I'm just like, it would be like, I can just remember when I was a kid, like my dad just like flicking the channels, and he wasn't even he was just kind of like, ugh.
It's a good analogy.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This happens to me. And I'm not saying that every time that happens, I'm like so smart and I stop doing it.
Right.
I know.
Right.
But I try to be aware, and when that starts to happen, I try to stop and take a break and do something else. Like,
it's smart.
I'm just saying, like, these are the things you need to be aware, boundaries around.
Yeah.
Anytime that I'm following like a creator and suddenly there's a shift or something comes out about them, or I start doubting what the intention is here, I take like a full technology break as soon as I find out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
For like I'm talking like minutes. I'm not talking like I never go on the internet for a week. I'm saying like 5-10 minutes, because I have to recalibrate, because like there's something about that like, oh, I bought something.
Interesting.
I bought into what you were saying.
Right.
And like, do you remember way back, I've mentioned this before, but in a jokey way, when there was that whole issue with like that Modern Warrior guy on TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
And I can't think of the girl's name.
I don't know. We don't need her name.
No.
You knew. I know you love that reference.
Dude, it's like a vocal
I know it is.
So
it is.
So that is just an example of like not that I was like, I believe these two are like,
it happens all
legit,
the time.
but I was just so disappointed that this was what these two people were really like.
Right. Exactly.
And I was like, oh, like, so I literally will be like, nope, step away. I need to like be back in my own body,
back to reality.
Then,
right. Yeah.
So things like this is what I'm talking about.
It's valid.
I also do try to be responsible in the fact of like, know who owns this, where does this money and stuff go? Like, I do try to think of that.
Yes, it's hard to know that. It's hard to know that, especially for like everything on the internet.
And I am not perfect about it. I have tried really hard to do a lot less Amazon, but I still use it, Jamie. So this isn't like judgmental. I just mean it as like for your own self.
No, and that's the thing with the capitalism. And I'm not making excuses for certainly not Jeff Bezos, but the problem is that like in capitalism and in this like post-apocalyptic capitalistic hellscape, everything sucks. But like, how can you like where the system is already here? It's been created, right? So like they're now, because of how easy it is to get everything on the internet,
right?
You can't just go to a store and get things the way you used to back in our day, because we're old, because we used to, right? Yeah. Like, but like now we're not.
You'd have to wait 2 weeks for shipping.
Correct, exactly. But like theoretically, like we're not shopping at Target.
No, we're not.
Right? So, and we're not going to all these places. And then we start to realize how terrible all of these companies are.
Yeah.
And you can't completely disconnect from all of them.
Correct.
Because then you're in a desert of like, you can't access anything.
Correct.
So that's my thing with Amazon, is that like, I don't shop at Target anymore.
Correct. I don't either. Yeah.
I mean, and they lost a real one with me. Like
you went to Target a lot, like
because of where I live.
Oat milk a lot.
Because Target. Of where I live in the city.
The amount of oat milk you bought from Target, like they just must have taken a hit.
That alone.
Just that.
Yep.
Yes. Every time I talk to you, you are going to Target to get oat milk. Yeah.
And it's because of where I live and like the stuff around and like this, like the other grocery stores around me. Like, but I don't go there anymore.
Also just. Again, I have not been to Target in, I don't know, over a year. Whenever things went down with them, I have not been or ordered anything from there.
Yeah, it was like a year ago.
I did go into P once. Remember I told you I was like, I'm going into P. It was a desperate situation. Yeah. I didn't buy anything. Okay. But it is a nice place to just walk around.
Yeah, there's a whole
in the winter.
Yes, there's a whole like psychology behind it.
Yes. So you also lose
that.
And I think of like new moms. Like when I was a new mom, I would walk around Target,
get a coffee at Starbucks, where we also don't fucking shop. Right?
Like, like
the whole thing is like
an experience.
Ruined.
Yeah.
Right. And now it's ruined.
Correct.
So like if I still have to shop on Amazon, which they are also awful.
Yeah.
But it's like you also realize that like you're in the confines of this system, so you have to figure out like where you can do the least harm.
Yeah, what's the lesser evil?
Right.
And then it's about going like, okay, not shopping at Target. That was not, for me, that was easy. I didn't go to Target a lot.
It was hard for me.
Yeah, hard for you. But like not getting anything from Amazon is a step too far. I can't fully go there.
Right.
And so some people go, well, then I'll just order all the time.
Right.
But the thing is, like, it's not all or nothing.
Exactly.
You could be like, what could I do? How could I, like, start to lessen my purchases here?
Yeah, it's like harm reduction. It's
what
like,
could I do instead?
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And, like, start to do those things. That's boundary work. That's, like, the actual work.
Right.
Of, like, what can I do? How can I start this? But, like, people make it all or nothing.
Right.
Or there's the people who make it their whole personality to be like, I don't shop there, or I don't do that. And they're trying to be judgmental and make you feel bad. And, like, that doesn't help anybody either.
And also, by the way, Walmart, I will not shop at. I don't want you to think I forgot them. They're the worst of them all as far as I'm concerned.
Walmart?
They've been the worst of them. Like, as far as how they treat their employees, how they suck off the system. Like,
I mentioned this before.
No.
But Walmart has the weirdest energy of, like, every 100%. Store you go into has the same weird, creepy,
and I've been in
energy. Not demonic. Like, other beings are, like, I'm looking around like, what are you?
Yeah, like, I've been in different Walmarts in different states, and they feel like that. Like, it's
what is that?
It's evil, it's greed, it's capitalism.
But Target doesn't have that.
No,
it does now. I haven't been in a long time, but you know what I'm saying? It's just interesting.
So I'm saying Walmart because like I also can't just run to my local Walmart.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like there's no good choices when capitalism is this far rotted and gone.
Correct.
You know.
Correct. And people are like, shop local, and it's like, I do when I can.
Yes.
But we've made it so hard for there to be local shops with the cost of rent and the cost of doing business that, like, that's incredibly hard.
How do they exist? Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So I have one more thing to say, and then I think we'll take a break and come back next week with
Okay.
more on this, because I have some like real interesting theories from like psychologists and other about
Okay.
what's going on. Okay. But I just want to pose this sort of thought for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we know for a fact that AI is hurting the planet.
There's no arguing that. You cannot argue that.
Correct.
Like sanely, like with the brain, you cannot argue that.
Right. The owner of ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
has come out and said he knows he's killing the planet, but he just wants to have fun for a little while he's here.
That's awesome.
Like there's a clip I have
Awesome.
watched on the internet of him
I have not
saying
seen that. That's
okay.
terrible.
He's also a Trump supporter.
Shocking.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this
He's
is a fact.
white guy.
He is a white guy. He looks just like he would totally
Shocking.
fit right in with Zuckerberg
Yeah.
and Bezos and all.
Yeah.
He's like that kind of white guy.
Losers. Yeah.
Okay, so we know this. And so we know that this element of the internet is directly hurting the planet. All of it is, but like especially this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe you, for some reason, don't care about that. Or you justify it. But let me ask you this. If you are, this is trippy. Put your visor on. If you are of the earth and this thing is hurting the earth, what is it doing to you?
Yeah, but those people don't think they're of the earth.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's
Right.
you don't have to buy into it. You can do whatever mental gymnastics you need
Yeah.
to do to say it's not. But like, what is it doing to you?
And you need the earth to live. Like you need water and air, and like this. It's like we can't be the Lorax where like we don't have. We're buying air to breathe. Like you are of the earth. You do
Right.
need this planet.
Exactly, but like you're also like the molecules that make up your body are the same. So if the planet is suffering, so are fucking you.
Exactly.
I know this is like hat trippy, but it fucking shouldn't be.
I don't actually. I think that's science. I think Melissa would say that that's science.
Melissa, will you please write in and tell us? Like, yes, like it. So it's so short-sighted and
It is.
stupid to be like, oh, well, we'll just. I won't worry about that or what. Like, it's directly hurting your being. Like, it's actually hurting you because whatever's happening in the earth and to the earth is happening to you because you are the same thing.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I don't, and I also think that if you can like expand, like if you could sort of zoom out enough, which I don't think the people were hypothetically arguing with can, but like I don't think that it's a coincidence that the planet is dying while also our society is rotting from the inside out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like those two things are not disconnected.
No. I know that people will be like, oh my God, she's calling the internet an entity and she's saying that the things that happen to the earth happen to you because you're of the earth. What intuitive, weird hippie person or whatever
right.
they're going to say. What trippy, blah, blah, blah.
Whatever.
But the fact that those statements are trippy puts me at a 10. It puts me at like a rage of 10 that we live in a world that it's a stretch for you to understand that you are of the earth and that what happens to the earth is directly affecting you.
Right.
Like, what the absolute fuck?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, ask indigenous cultures, like, who you know were here way before the internet. I mean talk about matriarchy, like that's one of the core beliefs of that is that like the earth provides for us because we are one and the same, like yeah.
The fact that we're so far gone from that is like really troubling. Everything is troubling right now, but like that fact that like I look like the cuckoo person saying that,
right?
And you look fine with your like little blazer on or whatever you're wearing, like, and you're like, oh, that's crazy talk. Like, what?
Right? Because you're saying something that like actually was like the first thought. Is like the you're saying the first thought,
and patriarchy hates that,
right? But we've become so disconnected from it that it sounds crazy.
Yeah, like
when it's really just like going home. It's like coming home. Like that's like that's an original tenet of the earth.
I don't know if you know this about me. I'm kidding. I know you know this about me. But I can be a bit of a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
about things that I care. I don't shit stir like people's personal drama, but like
No.
patriarchy, matriarchy.
Mhm.
So I made a video about
Oh God.
not using sage. And like I realized that I was getting like super mad at stupid people on the internet that I didn't know, whose
Right.
only reason for commenting was to make me mad.
Right.
And I was like, this is all stupid. And I like literally, I mean, for where we are, especially here at where I live specifically, there is like 800 feet of snow on the ground and it's freezing. It's
Mhm.
actually raining right now. But
Right.
like, I went outside
Did
because
you?
I was like, why am I getting worked up about
Heated,
this?
right, yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
stirring the shit, but like,
Right.
none of that matters.
Well,
But
right.
it's affecting us. Like, it really, really fucking matters.
It does matter. And I think the issue that you have isn't that like you are personally fine with disagreeing with people.
Oh yeah, I am.
It's the fact that like it's then in your face, like how much farther we have to go or how much farther some people have to go. Like
Yeah.
you literally can't let go of sage. Like
Can't stop saging. Yeah.
like you're not even open to the idea of an alternative like herb to use. Like
And the
this is
arguments
where we're
were
arguing.
so,
like
yeah, the arguments were so weak and stupid.
They
also
were.
that I was just it was done. But yeah. So, anyways, you have to have really good fucking boundaries, and it is affecting you, and it is hurting you. And the answer is to go outside into nature and be better. But the thing that you're taking a break from is killing that nature where you need to go outside to be better.
Exactly. So then there's no safety. There's no recourse. You're just stuck with like your internet brain once the planet's burnt to the ground,
Right.
you know?
And it's not going to do anything.
Right.
For you. In fact, the internet can't survive without the planet.
Exactly.
Either. So
it's all over.
Yeah. All right. So I have a lot more stuff to say. Some trippy, some less trippy. But I think we should take a break here since I got all riled up and I need to calm down. And then we'll come back next week with more on the energy of the internet.
Join us next week when we continue chatting about this topic.
Hey everyone, Heather and I have an ask for you. If you love this episode or if you love the IGG, can you do us a favor? We need you to go onto whatever platform you listen on and download, subscribe, like, love, whatever it's asking you to do. Can you go do those things for us on the platforms that you listen on? It would mean so much to us.
Thanks for listening to our episode. For a way to get in touch with us, please visit our website, intuitivegirlsguide.com. We love hearing your feedback on our episodes.